I'm T. So I am a 30-year-old teacher. That's like what I do by day. I live in upstate New York. I teach in Rockland County. I live in Orange County. A little bit of a drive, but do it for the money. I teach sixth grade, all subjects. So I just kind of, I get to be a kid all day, every day. It's really fun. It's like going to school all the time. I actually graduated sixth grade for the third time today. So, yay me.
Milestone.
Yeah, big milestone for the third time. Unfortunately, I do have to go back next year. Yeah. And then in my free time, I'm just a big outdoorsman. I live in the country. We do a lot of hiking. I have chickens. I have a garden. We outside all the time. And then I also run Spartan races. So like when I'm not surviving, I'm trying to push my body in another way, which comes in handy because it's hard to tell because I'm sitting down, but like I'm just a tiny person. I'm like 5 foot tall, like 110 pounds. So when people see me at first, they're like, oh, like, what can this kid possibly do? But I definitely spend time pushing myself to the physical limits and mental limits. So I guess I torture myself for fun.
We love a masochist. We love
Yeah,
it.
for fun and for work, kind of, too. So
Yeah.
it's, we're out here. We're having fun doing it. It's actually wild. I feel way more seasoned than I am. I think this is technically, I'm starting my second year of like LRG playing. I never played LRGs before. I didn't know they existed. I was on the Tribe Is Spoken page on Facebook because, Australian Survivor, got to find a way to watch it. And competitive events reached out to me and was like, hey, I think you'd love this. And so I played my first season of competitive events, did horrible. Straight up.
Yeah.
Bad.
Are you sure?
And then, yeah, not great. I did get, in typical competitive events fashion, I did get like tribe swap fucked or something like that, but not a great play. Went back. I guess production was like, okay, we like this person, even though they're not very good at this. Went back, didn't do well again. 2 for 2, bad playing. And then I went back again for unfinished business, and my survivor light bulb went off. And I had learned from the mess ups that I made and how I played and who I was being, and I made it. I was part of what people call the boring five. I stuck with a group of 5 people almost all the way through the game, so much so that people didn't even want to come to tribal council. They like knew it was going to happen. They were bored. And I was there at final 3, and then it became a final 2. So that was my first, so close. And then after that, I was invited for All-Stars at competitive events. Was the last person voted out before final 3. So there we go. Again, very close. Then I played Survivor Angelica and did decent. Made the merge, made some good moves in that game. But things worked out or didn't work out. And we ended up like splitting back out when there was a merge, and after there was a merge, and things went wrong. So I like to go in just hoping for the merge. So I consider that a win. That's kind of my survivor games. And then I've played a couple of like collision, Dre Media collision games. And I've made 2 out of 3 of those finals. I lost by 1 vote to Emily Paddock, which I consider kind of a win because it's Emily.
Literally. It's like that line in Mean Girls where it's like, Regina George punched me in the face, and it was awesome.
Well, it's actually really funny you say that, because then I lost by 43 seconds to Rob, who just won Reelfoot.
Oh,
and so while Rob was playing Reelfoot, I actually put in one of the comments the meme of the girl being like, one time Regina George punched me in the face and it was awesome. And I was like, one time I lost to Rob by 43 seconds and it was amazing. So I've come really close or lost to like apparently fucking legends. So, I think I have what it takes to get there. Don't know if I have what it takes to win. I like to say that this is my always a bridesmaid, never a bride experience in life. So I'm rocking with it. First of all, I like, and I said this in my interview when I was applying for the game, I think I really like the next step towards like the real feel of Survivor. So I like the idea of it being like, you're like here and you're starving and you're like, it's only, I know it's like not long, but like you're sleeping outside, like that kind of real experience. And then I also, you know, because I started playing in such a welcoming, fun kind of rookie environment in competitive events, I don't want to ruin my love for LRGs by going into a game that takes it to the next level. I do like, you know, I love playing the game. I'm competitive. I will do what I have to do in the game, but I like knowing that after the game, you know, like we're going to shake hands. You did what you had to do. I did what I had to do. Like we're still buddies. And so you definitely get that feel from Stranded. Like you can tell that people are there to play hard, but they're not there to like, you know, we're not winning $1 million, and people, they have that vibe, you know, and the production has that. I mean, I know you guys too, so that helps, but like you can just get the sense that it's there, it's competitive, but it's not like that over the edge. Like if I want that kind of competitive, I'll go to Fiji. Physically, I'm always prepping. Like that's how I live my life. I run, you know, like that's kind of who I am. I suck at puzzles. Yeah. So I actually had a student of mine has like a little 3D printing business, and they 3D printed me a few Survivor puzzles. So I want to be doing those puzzles more, and now that the summer's coming up and I don't work over the summer, shout out to teaching and not having children, I will definitely be doing a little bit more of the puzzling. But yeah, I also just, you know, because there's nothing else to do, I'm watching another season of Survivor, because who doesn't love a good, you know, we have to prepare for season 50. I would say there's definitely some preparation, but I think I'm a little like ADD kind of, and so I feel like when I'm in something like, oh, it's summertime, like it's game mode, I'm like, all right, like I don't care, like I'm prepping, I'm in it. I don't like to admit this, but I have like a little bit too big of a heart, and I oftentimes get sucked in to that. And I am trying to get better at playing with my head instead of my heart. And so a big goal for me in Stranded is to not get tripped up by the heartstrings. I think that's what's gotten me when I get close but can't get there. Like I've kept somebody that I know I shouldn't, but like I really like them, or like
you've trauma bonded, you've been
like
so much.
Like there's something about their story like connects to you, and you're like, oh, you know, I should be getting them out, but I can get them out later, and then you're like, now fuck, I can't get them out now. So I that's a goal for me. I definitely am trying to, you know, like I said, I do want to go and make connections and build these relationships. That's a big thing that LRG's brought to me. Like I wasn't a very social person, and I didn't have a lot of people around me. I've moved around a lot, so like this community has just meant so much to me. But I know now from being in the community that making a move in the game doesn't mean that you can't have that bond. And so it's really important to me to like remember that the whole time, and don't like get tripped up on that like story or that moment, or like if you gotta go, you gotta go.
I love it. Okay. So you've played a few LRGs. The community is absolutely amazing, and you know, like new member to LRGs as well. But with that being said, it is a large community, but it also is not. Like you have played games, you might see people that you know at these games, you might not. So I'm gonna give you a situation question. You pull up, start of season 2, you walk up, and you see people that you might have super close relationships with, or you might see people that you know of, or you might see people that you don't know at all. In the event that there are people playing that you might know, you know, maybe you've heard of them, or maybe you know them extremely well, how do you plan on using your head instead of your heart in this game? And are you trying to work with these people? Are you trying to get them out? What's your go-to move for this?
It really depends on the people, I guess. You know, like you can't just say, well, if I know them, I'm gonna work with them, or if I know them, because I can list a group of people in the community that I'm like, oh, I would I would probably like ride with that person for a while. And you can also list a group of people that I'd be like, oh, we're going for them immediately. And like I hate like when I'm watching, I'm like, you can't play with you. I get it, they annoy you, but like they're never gonna win. But then when you're there and you're like, I know this person just irks my soul, it's really hard not to. And like I love everybody, but they're just people who like your personality doesn't mesh. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, just don't mesh. Um, so, but I have found and I have learned and talked myself through the idea that the people I know, and it seems like the people who know of me, know that I do play hard, but I don't take it outside the game. It seems like people have learned that. And I sit on that and say to myself, if that's what I project and that's what I expect of myself, if I do something to somebody in the game and they take that as not wanting to be in a personal situation anymore, that's not on me.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think that's someplace I had to get, definitely, and I had to like work to realize that, like as a person too, in real life also. But I think because of that, I am okay with having someone who maybe is like a close friend there and being able to say like, no, like it's not gonna happen. Like I love getting to the final with Emily Paddock in Collision, but like, did I know that like 9 out of 10 times she was gonna beat me? Yeah. So like, why the fuck did I do it? Because so now I could say I lost to Emily Paddock. Like, great, I could have beat somebody else, you know, like, but I've a couple of those experiences steer you on the right track. That's an interesting question. I don't know. I feel like I have this whole experience has been weird because what I've learned is what I see and who I think I am is very different than what other people see and who other people think I am. And so normally going into a situation and like as an introvert and somebody who's like always been this way, I'm very much like, I just want people who are going to like be cool with me.
Yeah.
Like that's like so like low level to say, but like that's kind of always the life I've lived. Like if I walk into a situation and a couple of people are like, oh, this person seems cool, like I could see talking to them, that's a win for me. I learned is I can be more social and I can be the person that like comes out of my shell, and I learned that through these games. And so I think going in now, I'm a little bit less like looking for just like people who want to find me, and I am now looking for people who work with my game. And I think that I'm looking for some really big personalities because I'm a big personality. So I kind of need like some people who are like in front of me. Like you can't be the loudest person on the island, right? So I'm definitely looking for a few people who are like this person doesn't stop talking type of people, and I'll rock with it. Like I love it. Let's go. I'll listen to you all day. I'll zone you out. I've been thinking about tomorrow for like 20 minutes. You're good. Keep talking. But then I'm also looking for people who are like shy and quiet and the type of people who I feel like I can just bounce things off of. Like it's really hard to always be having like a conversation about everything you want to do. Sometimes you just need a person to be like, does this sound like it'll work? Yeah. Okay, cool. Like, let's rock with it. Like, I think it's okay to have a few people who are like numbers. So I guess on both ends of the spectrum, like I'm looking for some really big personalities. And then I'm also looking for some people who are like maybe newer, maybe looking to like, I'm just trying to like figure out how this whole thing works because like I've never played this kind of thing before type people. And then go around that and go back to the like, okay, now who's seems to be wanting to like mesh with me and my personality. I'm not even against people who don't want to play with me. Like I'm up for a good challenge. You don't want to play with me. I need a few who want to, but I don't need everybody to. I think I have a really hard time in like even in like watching it, like the like sob story type people. Like that's a hard game for me to play. I don't have a lot of respect for it, and I think that hurts some, you know. But people who like, listen, I'm not saying you shouldn't fight to not get voted out. I'm also gonna fight to not get voted out. I hate when the fight is like, please, 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 like, I don't want to go home, like, I traveled all this way, like, or, you know, my kids are at home, like when you're watching Survivor and they're like, don't vote for me, like my kid's watching. Like, bro, you give me some strategy, like, show me you're playing, tell me why I shouldn't vote for you for another reason other than like you don't want to go home. Guess what? I don't want to go home either. They don't want to go home either. That person doesn't want to go home. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. So, or like I've played a game once where like it was like, I don't know why I didn't just let you vote me out last time. Like, I'm sorry, because I'm sure the person that's sitting on the jury right now would love to be in your position. Like,
yeah.
So I think that is, I would rather play with someone who hates my guts but is playing hard and has strategy than someone who's just like, I don't want to go home. Like, please don't vote me out. Like, cause chaos. Just cause chaos. Straight up. You take from the best, right? You have Sandra, you have Tony, what do they do when shit goes wrong? They cause chaos. I heard this person is saying that. Oh, did you catch that happened? And did you notice? And with that amount of time, see, like with the short time, there's only so much shit you can stir. But with 30 minutes, there's a lot of shit that can stir because there's a lot of conversations that could be had. A lot of times, sometimes, like, I'll just pull over somebody and stand there. Just, oh, you have nothing to say? Let's just stand, like, and then now everybody's seen us talking, right? I could tell anybody anything I want, and nobody knows if you're telling the truth, I'm telling the truth. Like, chaos, absolute chaos. Run around. Maybe do I have an idol? Maybe I have an idol. Maybe I'm looking for an idol. Maybe somebody gave me an idol. Like, just, that's, I'm out there to like cause a little chaos, run around, stir the pot, lie. I will lie. I do not care. That does not bother me. I'm very much like, I have a chicken named after Sandra Diaz Twine. Like, I believe in the not me, as long as it's not me game. I believe in that.
Hell yeah.
There's more strategy to it than just that, but I will definitely stir the pot as much as I can. Make people paranoid enough to feel like they have no other options. My initial reaction is there's gonna be a lot of swaps. And, you know, I love a good swap because I always get fucked in a swap, but that's when you can cause the best chaos. So my plan is to be adaptable and rock with it and see what comes. I definitely play a challenge by challenge, vote by vote game. I do believe in voting blocks. I don't necessarily follow through on alliances. You find your ways to make it work. And I think sometimes playing with a lot of different people at different times allows you to like use some of the same tricks again that you've already used. So, you know, but you know, like I said, I got my start on competitive events. That shit's always wild.
So I'm gonna propose something to you, and I'll give you about a minute to think about it. Feel free to talk out your thoughts with me. You have an opportunity to get information for this game. In return, I want your first vote at your first tribal council. So if you want to give up your first vote,
no,
for your first,
you don't even have to keep
council, I will give you information. No, oh, she's not even letting me finish.
I have to finish. I'm sorry. I will die on the hill that the worst thing that Survivor ever did was take away votes. I'm all about the choice. You give people the choice, but like, just fire is not your life in Survivor. Your vote is your life. You have no game to play if you can't leverage your vote. Love you. Sorry to cut you off, but that's a hard no.
Yeah, no, you're good. And you'll be happy to know that that was just a test. We'll be meaning Will and I, and we just wanted to see how you would react to making a split-second decision and also thinking about weighing consequences versus reward. So kudos to you.
I have to say, though, it's not a split-second decision because, you know, as Survivor fans and players, we've thought about it. what would we give up our vote for? What would we give up immunity
Yeah.
for?
So
And the answer is nothing.
will T survive being stranded? Only time will tell.